They always think about Argentina versus Brazil or England versus Germany. But guys, one rivalry that quietly, produces absolute chaos is Argentina versus Netherlands. Now the true fans who have actually watched the World Cup last year knows that in Qatar 2022 there was a quarter final between Argentina and Netherlands. Argentina were just cruising, absolutely cruising with 2-0 up where Messi had an assist and he, scored as well. The game looked finished, but we can never ever let underestimate Netherlands, because what happened next was just awe-inspiring when Wout Weghorst came and absolutely changed the phase of the game. The match turned into a war. Players were arguing, benches got involved, yellow cards were flying everywhere. Then of course came penalties and Argentina somehow survived. Now the drama that unfolded into that game was just a glimpse of the historic rivalry these two teams had, because it is something not everyone has talked about, but what I think is one of the greatest rivalries of the World Cups. Now if we compare this time of Germany 2022 team with the 2026 squad, it is mostly the same only. But of course they do not have Angel Di Maria and Paulo Dybala to inspire them at forward, but they do have replaced it with some of the young players like Nico Paz and Franco. So and the team. Now let's see what their forward players and all, but they do have quite a good depth in their squad. Now Dutch side is quite younger, faster and more balanced, what I think. And Van Dijk, of course, I am a Liverpool fan and he is the leader. I have seen the leader, realize enough phased in 2022. Now, they come in the Group F stage where Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Tunisia are there. And I should not say Netherlands would cruise, as easy as Argentina and their group stage, because Japan and Sweden, we have seen in the past World Cups, can be lethal as well. But considering Netherlands as one of the favorites in this group, will of course be there in the next stages and all. Now what is my prediction is that Netherlands will finish of course first in Group F, but will be I don't know what can happen there. Now if we see the if we imagine this, okay, Messi's final World Cup, Argentina trying to defend their crown, Netherlands is something still chasing their first World Cup trophy in their history. 4 years after the Battle of Lusail, they meet again in a knockout match. For Argentina, it's about protecting a legacy, and for Netherlands, it's about revenge, because of course they have been beaten last World Cup. So one side has the greatest player of a generation and the other has the strongest and most balanced squad in the tournament. And if these two meet again in 2026, don't expect a football match, expect another chapter of football's history. And you know what, Argentina, even though have the history, Netherlands have the hunger, and that's exactly why a 2026 rematch could be one of the biggest games of this entire World Cup, which I believe. Let's see guys what happened. I am really excited about this World Cup, and let's see if there is again going to happen the Battle of Lusail. Stay tuned guys with more news.